In today's video, I am going to teach you how to use absolute references with F4 key in Excel. The goal of this short walkthrough is to show you a practical way to create the correct formula using absolute references, so your numbers calculate the way you expect when you fill the formula down. To begin, open your Excel worksheet and look for the cells we are going to work with. In this example, you will click cell C3 instead of cell C2. Take a moment here and make sure you are focused on the right starting cell. Starting in the correct cell matters because the formula you enter will be placed in that location, and then you will copy it down using the fill handle. If you start in the wrong cell, you may end up referencing the wrong row or column. Next, you will type the formula into the formula bar. When you are ready, type $B3 asterisk $2. As you enter this, pay attention to the placement of the dollar sign. The dollar sign before the 2 in $2 makes the row reference absolute, meaning that when the formula moves to other rows, it will always point to row 2 for that part. Meanwhile, B3 does not have a dollar sign, so it remains relative. That means as you copy the formula down, the B reference in B3 will shift to match the row you move to. After you type the formula, press Enter to calculate the correct value in cell C3. You should now see the result appear in the cell. If the value looks correct, that is a good sign that the absolute reference is set up properly. If it does not look correct, pause and check the formula spelling and the exact placement of the dollar sign, because absolute references are all about precision. Now that cell C3 has the correct calculation, you will copy it into the cells below. Drag the fill handle from cell C3 down to C5. You can do this by hovering over the small square in the bottom right corner of cell C3, then clicking and dragging downward until you reach cell C5. As you drag, Excel will automatically adjust the relative parts of the formula. The relative B3 part will become B4 and then B5 as needed, while $2 will remain fixed on row 2. This is exactly how absolute referencing is intended to work. When the drag is complete, cells C4 and C5 should contain the formulas and corresponding results that you expect for each row. At this stage, it is also helpful to verify that you see consistent behavior. You should notice that the multiplication still uses the row-changing values from column B, while the other factor stays locked to row 2. Finally, there is one extra cleanup step that is important. Delete the accidental formula inside cell C2. During the process, it is very easy to have typed something into C2 by mistake, especially if you were working quickly or had your cursor in the wrong place earlier. You should click cell C2 and remove the incorrect formula. Clear the contents, so C2 does not hold an unintended calculation that could confuse you later, especially when you are reviewing results or using the sheet for further work. Once C2 is cleared, your worksheet is back to a clean state. Your valid calculations remain in C3 through C5, and the absolute reference behavior is preserved where you need it. That makes the example easier to understand and reduces the chance of error when you keep building on the sheet. And that covers everything you need to know.